Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the In Your Head podcast. I am your currently molested host, Jesse, and I am here live at the NJ Fair with the ladies of Chaste Treasure.
He cannot even get the words out. I'm so delighted. Hello, Jesse.
Thank you guys for being on the show. I have no idea what's going on behind me.
You're a little horny right now.
Yes.
Very, apparently.
As horny bits are flexible.
Looking in from the outside, little is not the proper word to describe it.
In sooth.
So, so these ladies perform here at the NJ Ren Fair every year. How long have you guys been performing here at the NJ Ren Fair?
This is our 5th season. We started here in 2013.
Okay.
Once upon a time, we were squeaky, squeaky clean.
Really?
And then we met so many audiences that said, "You sound beauteous. Do you think you could sing this very saucy song?" And so it's just taken on a life of its own.
See, I wouldn't know that because I've only been here actually for 2 weekends. I am the newbie in this group.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Yes.
Lady Elsa is an immigrant from Germany.
Yes, if you would kindly introduce yourselves as well for our guests.
I am so remiss. I apologize. I am Lady Amanda Chase.
I'm Lady Rosaline Howard.
Und I am Fräulein Elsa von Berg.
It is a pleasure to have all of you guys here on the show. So thank you for being on here.
Oh, the pleasure is ours.
We love having you, Jesse.
We have had some great comedians on this podcast. So you guys would be the second singing comedy act that we've had. Actually, we've had an independent person who does who sings and singing comedy. So tell the audience a little bit about some of your songs. What sort of songs you guys do?
To be honest, our new CD, which only launched 2 days ago,
Okay.
is called Slippery When Wit.
It's a pun.
And all of the songs are either parodies or originals written by our ladies.
Okay.
But they're half saucy and half funny. They really are the smart humor that makes you go, And that really is the definition of our group, I think.
Mostly, we do sing some Renaissance Faire standard saucy tunes. We do sing some pretty tunes as well for our family-friendly shows, but I must say we do definitely prefer the saucy bits.
We thrive on the dirty.
If you want to see Lady Rosaline very uncomfortable, come to a family show.
My filter hurts.
Never mind.
Do not
Never
ask
mind,
where her
not-
filter is located.
Just throw some leeches at it and it'll be better very soon.
It's true, it burns a little too.
So where do you guys get a lot of the inspiration for your songs?
Well, Jesse, looking at you and all your horny bits, I mean, that definitely helps drive our passions, if you will. But truly, I would say with the 12 ladies that we have in Chaste Treasure, we are sort of half and half. I would say half career, very talented professional actresses, and half lifers when it comes to the Renaissance Fair scene.
Okay.
So you found 2 different skill sets that sort of met at the same place. And it makes for some very interesting stories and some great road trips and things of the sort. And that's where we sort of dig deep and we have a song called Autocorrect about a German scribe who seems to mess up everything. So we took that thing that we all suffer through, autocorrect never gets it bloody right, but we made it funny and period. And that's the type of music that we sing.
Aye, 'tis true.
And it's about a German, which makes me very happy.
And some of our ladies are quite skilled in writing their own songs with melodies and lyrics, like our producing director, Lady Morgan. She has written Autocorrect and our drinking song. And we have a newer lady, Contessa Catalina.
She's a big meatball.
It's true. She wrote a new song that's on our new CD called Black Agnes.
Not Angus. I always say it wrong.
I know, because I like eating so much meat. But it's very sassy and saucy and silly and fun.
But it's also historic. So she took this character, and it's all about girl power, right? So we're ladies in the Renaissance who did not have a lot of station, who did not have a lot of say in the world, like voting and things were not of the sort. And except for with our husbands, we could not weigh in on things. She found a historic character called Black Agnes, and she researched it, and she was so persuasive and powerful and smart that she wrote a whole song about it, and it's lovely. It's just full of she talks about stepping on Legos and goldfish dying. Like, she took that and made it modern so that people could relate to it. It's lovely.
And let me just jump in for a moment, correct me if I'm wrong, but the other evening when we had our CD release party, one of the things that Lady Morgan mentioned about the group that she founded with these two ladies, because they are the two of the three original founding members, is that this is a group that is about female empowerment. And for those women that weren't empowered at that time, and since we have that opportunity in modern times to share female empowerment, that's what this group does at its best.
Right, well put.
Thank you. Dankeschön.
So I have to ask you then, even though you're new to the group,
Yes.
so I'll ask you first then. Do you have a favorite song?
I do. I have two favorites. One is, yes, they're both very strong songs. One
Your voice is very strong. That helps.
Dankeschön. One is our song about drinking and imbibing and then actually making it go down our pipes.
You may say
I
the
can say it.
title.
Okay, we're not in family-friendly
we're not.
situation.
No, we're not PG on this podcast by any stretch.
It is a song called Swallow, and yes, it means exactly what you think it means. No, it's not talking about the little birds.
Wow.
We have other songs about birdies.
We do. We have other songs about birdies. But my other one is actually our most requested song, which is the Battle Raven. It's a thrill to sing. You feel it all the way to your toes, quite literally, because we stomp the entire time. But it is full of this energy and this power. It's fierce. It's thrilling. It's exciting. And I really love singing it. I wish we could sing it every set. But I'm new, so I'm not. It's really fresh to me.
That would get really tiring, singing it 4 times a day.
It is an exhausting song.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
You can say anyone, not just the ones that Elsa knows.
I know. I'm trying to think through all of our set lists.
Which one makes your heart happy, Rosaline?
I like so many of them. I know the ones I don't like singing, but that doesn't help.
Well, we can get to that then.
They're the clean ones.
They're the
Oh,
clean
right.
ones.
Like the
Okay.
clean ones.
I have a special place in my heart for Cuckoo's Nest for when I was on cast at another Renaissance Fair. Another singing group would sing it, and I did enjoy it when they sang it, so I was very excited when we got to sing it. So I like that one. And
How about our secondary anthem?
I do like singing that one, but I figured that was hers. I'm trying to think of all of our. This is hard.
All right. Well, I'll go next.
That's
All
what
right.
she
Give
said.
me a little tap if you think of one.
All right.
How's that?
All
All right. So I will agree with Lady Elsa. Battle Raven is the best in the point that I've been performing now for just over 20 years doing this, and I've been at Renaissance festivals for over 30, and the fact that it can still give me chills literally every time we sing it is very exciting, and the fact that the audience responds even better. You know, so we feel good singing it, and they respond so well when we do is wondrous.
It's a visceral reaction.
It
you know.
really is. Like, you can feel it in every interview, and I always, like, I get self-conscious because I think I make angry face, and if there's one thing that I'm accused of all the time, it's being too happy. So the fact that I finally have an excuse to make an angry face is, like, a really exciting thing for me. But the other, of course, as they were insinuating, we call it our anthem. And we were told when we wanted to introduce it into our sets that ladies could not sing this song because it is a well-known Renaissance standard in a lot of ways. But it is called Sex and Beer. And we rewrote some of the lyrics to make them more appropriate to us, and the audience loves it. And we love
Absolutely
singing
no innuendo
it. No, it is absolutely as straightforward as it comes. The verses are a little smart.
Yes.
But the actual, deep-rooted meaning is as blatant as it comes. And every time I get to start the song, and I'll say 2 or 3 words, and I'm like, yes, my dreams do come true. I can't pay my mortgage, but I get to sing this for people.
I finally thought of another one. All right, so I also like Swallow, and I also like Sex and Beer, so I don't want to steal yours.
We like all of the
Swallowing
songs.
Sex and Beer.
Yes, but I like singing Caviar, not because it's the most complicated song on the planet, because it is actually quite an easy song, but the fact that we get to write our own verses, and I have probably about 20 different Caviar verses, and it's gotten to the point where the other ladies are starting to steal my verses because they like them so much. So, I mean, what do they say? It's definitely a compliment.
finish, and then I'll come in.
Finish, then she'll come.
That's-
I can't finish now. I've been interrupted.
Oh.
So you just take it.
Oh.
See, performance anxiety.
It's true. No, but I was going to say is one of the things that I love about having joined this group is the fact that we get to put our own creative spin on things. And with Caviar, that's one of the ways that we get to put our own creative input. And I love the fact that a Renaissance Fair is not just a place to find people who enjoy the historic accuracy of the Renaissance, but it's a place where people of all aspirations and all interests come and gather together. We have Vikings, we have pirates,
We have stormtroopers.
we have stormtroopers,
We have doctors.
we have all
Yeah.
of the different things. And so one of the great parts about putting together these verses is you can create a verse for the Highland Fling weekend that it features our Celtic friends, or you can do it for, Time Travelers weekend that features our friends from the Federation and the Rebel Alliance and things like that.
The
So
ones that
there's
travel in the blue boxes.
Exactly.
Like me.
yes. She
I've-
does have a big blue box.
Jesse, you should never give us microphones. We'll talk all day long.
No, as anybody who's watched my podcast would know, normally it started out as a 1-hour podcast, and then I got more comfortable, and so did my guests, and then they turn into 2-hour just chat fests. So that's what ended up happening. So I'm used to it, and probably anybody watching is well used to it. So it's fine. It's all good. I've never actually heard a song that really, if you're saying it works as well as it does, that you can really meld to an audience. I mean, I've seen people try to adjust a song, make a little change here and there for a word or two, but to say a song that you can meld to an
Do you need an example? Would you like us to
She
sing?
perked right up. I think there's something
I
on her
did,
brain.
but I was actually thinking because I have a great verse for our horny one right here at the front.
For Caviar, mayhaps.
No,
Nay?
but I was thinking the one about the gentleman who sells us beverages. The
drink-
warm beverages.
The tea seller.
Yes.
Oh.
Because that one in particular is one that I find that a lot of times we adapt in the moment
True.
to the audience. So we write all these verses to songs that we may have them in our back pocket or in our little notebooks that we can bring out, that we have prepared in advance. But sometimes when we see a gentleman wearing horns in the audience, we might try to do something a little bit different for him during that song.
Just yesterday, I adapted one on the fly for someone in the audience as well. So should we sing a verse, mayhaps a verse or two of Follow the Band?
Aye, why not?
All right.
I would say this is one of my more straightforward songs.
It ain't deep. Nope. Oh, my lover is an astronaut, an astronaut, an astronaut, and a very fine astronaut is he all day long. He shoots rockets, shoots rockets, shoots rockets. And at night he comes home and...
What does he do, Rosaline?
He drinks tea.
Oh.
I know, those negative G's really took a toll on him.
Oh, you gotta drink a little bit, dance a little bit, follow the band all the way. Drink a little bit, dance a little bit, follow the band all the way. Oh, my lover is a potter, a potter, a potter.
Harry Potter?
And a very fine potter is he all day long. He fingers clay, he fingers clay, he fingers clay.
It's like Ghost. Did he sit behind you and do this too?
Hand check. And at night he comes home and...
What does he do with those sticky fingers?
Tell us.
Wingardium Leviosa drinks tea.
Boo.
Oh, you gotta drink a little bit, dance a little bit, follow the band all the way. Drink a little bit, dance a little bit, follow the band all the way.
Oh, my lover is a Viking, a Viking, a Viking, and a very fine Viking is he all day long. He invades countries, he invades countries, he invades countries.
Well, is it a big country or a small country?
He just likes to plant his flag.
And at night, he comes home and
Pillages your village all night long.
No, he goes out with his buddy and pillages the villages. I get nothing out of him. I can't even get somebody to ride on his boat with me. It's very sad.
You should make him walk the plank.
He's not a pirate. He's a Viking.
Don't they have those on Viking ships as well?
Will you tell us, Jesse, do you have planks on Viking ships? No. What do you have on Viking ships?
Other men.
And mead!
And that explains so much.
Does he drink mead? Does he drink mead out of a horn?
Sure, he drinks mead.
He does something with a horn.
Oh, you gotta drink a little bit, dance a little bit, follow the band. Follow the band all the way. Drink a little bit, dance a little bit, follow the band. Follow the band all the way. Oh, my lover is a tea seller, a tea seller, a tea seller, and a very fine tea seller is he. Is he all day long? He drinks tea, he drinks tea, he drinks tea.
Pinkies up.
And at night, la da dee da da dee.
It took all I had not to lick the microphone.
Lady Amanda is known for licking things.
It's true.
That is fantastic, guys. Thank you. Oh man, we've never had a live song on this show, so that is a first.
Well,
so.
next time we'll sing one of the actually dirty ones.
I do
Aw.
believe he
Invite
turned.
us back to come again, would you?
We like it when we come multiple times.
Ooh, I do believe he turned a shade of rose on his
Ooh.
cheeks during that, even though you can't see it underneath his Viking helmet.
I like rosé better.
That's why I was wearing it, just in case.
It's always good to wear protection.
Especially when you're horny.
Jesse wins this round.
Fair.
No, fair is where we are right now.
I'm pretty.
What else can we do for you, Jesse, before we get completely off track?
Well, no, this podcast
What do
is good
you
for
need
that.
from us?
Let's stay on track. So all my podcasts, I have everybody do an Inkblot. So I brought a special Inkblot just for this, for the Ren Fair. So the Lords of Adventure got to see this previously. So they did get to see this. And again, for the people watching at home, this is the Inkblot. So for each of you, I want to see what you guys see in this particular Inkblot.
I see two fairies kissing.
Okay.
I'm not sure. A piñata? I'm not sure what else would be hanging out up there. But, yep. They're jumping up and they've got like their legs behind them. You know?
I see the face of a Holstein cow facing that way. Cause moo.
So you're looking at his butt?
No. I'm like an above air, one of those weird drone shots of the cow. So that's its ears.
Oh, okay.
That's its snout. That's the first thing I saw when you were holding it up earlier.
I see it.
I see.
Yes.
I also collected cows as a child, so there might be a thing there.
That
Like
you
actual
did.
cows?
Jewish. That's
No. Stuffed
Oh, okay.
cows.
stuffed cows.
Just
Just bacon. She just collected bacon. No, that's pork.
pigs.
Bugger it.
Cows are kosher.
I don't.
Now I feel better knowing I learned something today. All right, your turn, Fräulein.
I'm distracted by Zakosha cows. Honestly, the first thing I saw when I looked at this was Jesse and his horns.
I see it.
Did you give us a self-portrait? Was this a test?
No.
He did this with the ink.
I just saw all the horny bits and I got excited. That's all.
We know where your brain is.
I thought he was married. This just got awkward.
We're both married. It doesn't stop us.
I'm single.
And looking right at you.
You have found the most flirtatious women on the Shire here this evening.
You win.
That is fine because you know what, our guests have seen just a lot of stand-up comedians. My viewers have seen a lot of stand-up comedians, so I'm sure they're happy to see some women
Some
who are
lay down
yes.
comedians. Is that what you're saying?
If that's
We look forward to seeing more of you, Jesse, in the future.
It's true, and if your fans want to find us, we have a presence on the interwebs as well.
exactly, and I was just about to ask about it.
I'm psychic. You can find us on chastetreasure.com.
.com.
That's chaste as in chaste. not chase.
We don't run.
Although there are many people who do chase after
Aye.
us.
And you can also find us on the Book of Faces Facebook, known to the layman world. Aye. And Twitter, because we're twits. And
Speak for
Instagram,
yourself.
because we make all of the funny faces and you've got to see them all. Aye.
Layman. You talked about them getting laid. I love it already.
I did.
And as we mentioned earlier, we do have a new CD that was just released 2 evenings ago.
3 total. We're like famous and stuff.
Yes. So you can find information about how to purchase those things on our website. Is that correct?
Aye.
Or you can just come here to the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, where we are for one more weekend.
Yes.
Today, and then again on June 2nd and 3rd. We do sell our merchandise at all of our shows, and if you want to see some more sauciness, make sure you come out to see us.
Aye. And if you go into our website, you can find our touring schedule for the rest of the year.
We're in at least 7 or 8 different states coming up. So just because you might not be in New Jersey or Pennsylvania does not mean you cannot chase a little chaste in your life.
That's it. So I'm going to make sure I put links below the video for you guys below. So I'll make sure that everybody can get out and see you guys. These guys are a blast. I've seen you before, and it is a ball to see you guys every year. So I'm hoping I can see you guys at some of the other Ren fairs around. So
Can't talk about laying and balls and all of those things and expect us to be well behaved.
He knew that going into it. We warned him.
I kind of knew what I was in for before I sat. Oh yeah, see, before I sat down, I kind of knew what I was in for. So I guess I just got to roll with it. That's it.
Let's roll together, Jesse.
We can roll him over.
Roll in the clover.
So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you to Chaste Treasure for joining me today.
Of course, I'm Lady Amanda Chase.
I'm Lady Rosaline Howard.
And I'm Fräulein Elsa von Baer.
And together we are Chaste Treasure.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.